Hello everyone. So right now I am with Dr. Mrityunjay Doddamani. He is Associate Professor in School of Mechanical and Metallurgical Engineering, IIT Mandi. So sir, first of all, most welcome on YourPedia Education's platform.
Thank you.
So sir, first of all, we want to know about your motivational journey through which you have reached this position.
Okay. So I did my bachelor's from Maharashtra and then master's from Karnataka. Basically, I'm from Karnataka. Then I did my PhD in composite materials, and then I joined National Institute of Technology Karnataka, Surathkal, before moving to IIT Mandi. So I served at NITK Surathkal in Karnataka for about 9 years, and that is was my teaching journey started. And teaching and research is my passion, and that's why I came to this field out of choice and not about the compulsion. And I'm pursuing my research in the area of composites and additive manufacturing, and teaching fascinates me.
Okay, so very nice to listen this that you are more interested in teaching. So, sir, right now you said composite materials
Yes,
and
additive
additive
manufacturing.
manufacturing.
Yes.
So, what other research areas are there in which you are currently working or you are planning to work?
Okay. So, pertaining to first to composites and additive manufacturing, composites was my topic during my doctoral studies, and I pursued it and still pursuing it. So, in composites, my group is working on developing lightweight composites for marine, defense, aerospace, and automobile applications, wherein my group manufactures for a particular area, particular region, and then characterize them. And our group has rather reached a milestone of reducing the weight of a material by almost around 36%, uh, in addition to reducing the carbon footprints. So that is one area which I work on, and then I extended that composite materials of lightweight composites, in particular the particulate composites or foams, syntactic foams, what we call about, to fiber reinforced composites. In that, short fiber, long fiber also we are dealing with, and that I extended to the advanced manufacturing technology like additive manufacturing. So in additive manufacturing, my group is working on short fiber, continuous fiber, in polymeric base, metallic basis. We are exploring, and my group is generously funded by Department of Science and Technology and all the funding agencies of Government of India. My group, almost I completed four research projects. Presently, six are ongoing, and at IIT Mandi we have got three more new research grants, and these research grants are from Ministry of Earth Sciences. And here the mandate is, presently India is importing uh, all the syntactic foams. There is no manufacturer in India. So Ministry of Earth Sciences, we took up this challenge, and we got funded by Ministry of Earth Sciences now to develop indigenously syntactic foams, and which would be replacement for all the imports what presently science and technology departments are doing from France and US. So this is one part, and second, we got funding from uh, serve as well for improving the thermal energy storage capacity of latent heat systems using 3D printed scissorophians. So basically, all these fundings are in advanced manufacturing technology,
Okay.
and specifically the focus is on the deliverable. We have got funding from DRDO as well, Defense Research Development Organization,
Great.
wherein the DRDO wants the blast proof panels, which will be used in the defense sector. So that funding is also ongoing, wherein again we are integrating additive 3D printing, additive manufacturing in developing uh, for shock wave mitigation or resisting the shock waves. So that is another direct deliverable is what my group is working on. So it is not only about the delivering the research papers. Our fundings are also or rather the fundings are also for actual outcomes. As far as the industry is concerned, we got funding from industry known as there is one society in India that is known as Indian Society for Refrigeration and Refrigeration and Air Conditioning, ISRE. ISRE is a consortium of industries which funds for a research, and the research funding by ISRE was for developing cost-effective insulating material using 3D printing. So this was the industry funding also, which we got it, and which we connected to our core knowledge of composite materials and additive manufacturing. So this is what our group is working on, and we are also presently working with cyber security,
Okay,
machine learning, and AI.
great.
So where we are plugging in cyber security is when we are working on additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is basically a digital manufacturing platform, and in this digital manufacturing, what we have is the data files which goes over the network to the machine. So here there is a threat that someone can sabotage these files, they can hack the file, and if these files which ultimately goes to the machine for 3D printing, it might be an industrial component, it might be a medical component, or it might be a defense related component.
Yes.
So if anybody hacks this file, the industry is at stake, the person's life is at stake, or the national security is at stake. So here we are working on securing these files pertaining to additive manufacturing domain, so that it can be made hack proof, or somebody if someone hacks it, we can detect it. And needless to say, it is not always hacking is done for gaining some monetary advancements, but it is always few hackers just hack to just make the subsystems at halt, or just as part of a hobby. So nevertheless, having all these threat criteria into account, what we are looking at it is, if we can secure the same file which is getting transmitted over the network, which we are ultimately using for additive manufacturing, and building the component layer by layer, we can cut down these threats to a larger extent. Pertaining to machine learning, we are also working on developing some algorithms which can run by the time file can reach to the machine and detect some components. So this is
Okay.
what a broad all area. In addition to composite and additive manufacturing, we asked what we are doing. So we are doing the cyber security, AI, ML part also, and we are integrating into a manufacturing domain, specifically presently in additive
So it means
manufacturing.
you need students having mechanical background, but interested in some coding, some programming,
Absolutely.
some software.
Yes, yes. In the sense, the student can be even from computer science background, but having an inclination to do some interdisciplinary work. So computer science person can apply his machine learning AI algorithms to manufacturing problem, or
Yes.
in manufacturing problem can just find out some loopholes in present process, and also bring in some of his coding knowledge, and give the solution.
Great, great, sir.
Absolutely. So, in all, interdisciplinary student having that inclination
So,
would always be.
can you tell us about the labs
Yeah.
in which you generally work?
Yes. So my group works with. We have a lab known as Advanced Manufacturing Lab, wherein we have additive manufacturing different setups and processes. So these processes are presently we have FDM based system, then DLP based system, and we are going to procure few more things. So basically, the lab is going to be equipped with composite manufacturing, characterization, additive manufacturing equipments, and we are into developing materials. Those can be 3D printed. It can
Okay.
be from, as I said, from mechanical perspective, it might be the material development and delivery for aerospace, marine, automobile, because each of these sectors have different requirement. When we say marine system, when we say that okay, we need a component for a marine segment, then we talk about the density. We want to make it more and more buoyancy, and such buoyancy makes it to be useful in submarine or some modules which are being presently used for sea explorations. But when we talk about aerospace, then in aerospace again the scenario changes. No doubt we need lower weight, but the strength wise the aspects are different there.
Yes,
And
yes.
in automobile again the altogether different. So that's how we work on, and we have the advanced manufacturing lab wherein we explore all these possibilities.
So, sir, there may be students having B.Tech degrees in different areas. Suppose someone want to join your team, your group, and work with you. So, what requirements do you want in that student, that he or she should be good in these topics, these areas?
Okay. So it is always a problem specific. So based on the problem specific, in the sense, if I say machine learning and AI, they should have at least one course done or some NPTEL courses to be done. And most importantly, they should have a zeal to work in an interdisciplinary group, able to share the things freely, because the good outcome deliverable comes only when one person joins the hands with the another. We cannot beat the other person because he has a different skill set. So here typically a different skill set is required, in the sense it is not specific to any one course. Whatever problems we have presently dealing with in the lab, one of that skill set, if he has some courses, if he has done it, and most importantly open to share mindset, and ready to work with interdisciplinary team. That is what I look for.
Great, sir, great. And sir, you are working with mostly government agencies,
Yes.
but there may be some private manufacturers, private companies, organizations,
Yes.
which generally require some technical support from experts.
Yes.
So, what kind of technical support you generally provide or you can provide,
Okay.
and what companies should contact you
Okay.
in case they need any support?
Okay. So pertaining to support, what my lab can give it to the industry sector is anything related to manufacturing domain, because we do manufacturing across different processes. Need not have to be only additive manufacturing. We do injection molding, we do compression molding, we do blow molding. So pertaining to in short, anything pertaining to manufacturing domain, definitely we will be able to share the inputs with the industry.
Okay, sir. Any message you want to give to student community?
To the student community, rather one thing is for sure that nowadays, because I have many abroad collaborations also. I have around 7 8 collaborators with whom I am working, and I get the updates that what is happening in US, and that's why I plunged into cybersecurity, because already they have started working in it. So what I feel is, as far as the students are concerned, each student has a capacity and capability. Only probably they need to identify what is that hobby they can work on, because a hobby or a interest is one thing wherein one any person starts working, he never sees time. So even nobody need to drive them or force them. So we are always self motivated whenever we find our core interest. So for the student community, probably if they find their core interest uh, little earlier, and they work on that core interest, it can be anything for that matter. Probably they will at the end of the day will be much more satisfied, and definitely going to be successful, or rather they will lead in that domain. So what I would say is that identify your core interest and just work towards that. Probably that is the best thing.
Okay, sir. So, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
You provided us a lot of important information, and this will really help student community as well as those working with in some industries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.